Next, he's the man behind the Rainforest Cafe, Galaxy Drive-In, and many more successful restaurant ideas.
Now, Stephen Schussler is sharing his rags to riches story. It's a new book called It's a Jungle in There. He's sharing his path to success in hopes of inspiring others. And Stephen joins us to talk about the book and much more. First of all, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome. Your success, it really started with the opening of the Rainforest Cafe in the Mall of America. Now, how did that come about? How did you even convince investors to give you money for this oddly concept at the time idea?
Well, it wasn't a real easy thing to do. We had a local investor named Lyle Berman who visited 27 times, and after the 27th time, he basically said, "Hey, I'm in. This thing is fantastic. It's great." And we opened October 3rd, 1994 at the Mall of America, and that was the first out of 45. We did 45 in 7 years in 3 continents.
Well, and how do you balance, providing an extraordinary experience, because that's really what these restaurants are,
Yes,
more
they
than
are.
how do you balance providing a great experience and also, hello, it's a restaurant, providing great food? How difficult is that?
Well, first of all, we hired Landry's, which is one of the most premier restaurant companies in America, and they handle the food. You can't handle everything in the restaurant business. You have to do what you're really good at, and we know that we're really good at creating. So we created the concept, we breathe life into the concept, and then Landry's actually runs the day-to-day operation, so they do the food. You can't have a great operation unless you have great service and great food, and they do both.
And yeah, I've always had no trouble with that. I've lived here now forever in Minnesota, one way or the other, and across the country, and I remember them out in D.C. Never been to a Rainforest Cafe, but what we have been to many times is the T-Rex place, because you're not always about the rainforest. There's whole other concepts that we in Minnesota don't get to spark into, and you've expanded to all these other brands, like the T-Rex, which is awesome, by the way, or the Galaxy Drive-In. How do you keep coming up with these concepts?
Well, we have a creative laboratory in Golden Valley, and I have a team of people that...
Can we get a tour?
Oh, absolutely. You would absolutely love it. And that's where we decided to come up with the book. It's a jungle in there. We have a creative institute that we've created, and all the money goes to Smile Network. 100% of the profits go to Smile Network, which is one of the most incredible organizations on earth. It was formed here in Minnesota by Kim Valentini, and we go all over the world and fix cleft lips and cleft palates on impoverished children and young adults. It's one of the most incredible things I've ever done in my life, so it's a lot of fun.
Stephen, in your book, you talk about the importance of doing something in your life that you're passionate about.
Absolutely.
So how do people use their passion and turn it into a business to make a living?
Well, in the book, I go into great detail how you go about that. First of all, ambition is part of it. You have to have ambition and you have to have passion. It's one thing to have passion, but if you don't have ambition to go do something with it, it doesn't work. So you really have to have both. And you have to work. You have to work really hard. People think it's given to you, and it's not given to you. I tell a lot of funny stories in the book about how we got there. Everything from the DEA raiding my house thinking that I had the most expensive electric bill in the state of Minnesota, to getting dressed in a Superman costume and getting my first job in broadcasting. A lot of funny stories, entertaining, but very entrepreneurial.
And a good chunk of the book there, you have several chapters mentioning the 5 Ps of business success. Can we go over what some of those Ps might be?
Well, passion is probably the most important one. People skills. And I also go into the 11 commandments, the 5 E's, entertainment, education, the environment, earning a return on investment, our employees. The 5 senses is really important. And then the 1 P for passion stands out with those 11 commandments. And every chapter in the book, I mean, it took us 3 years to write the book. Just an incredible thing, and we're starting the Schussler Creative Institute, where we actually take people in inner city children and people all over the world, young adults, the University of Minnesota Entrepreneur Program, and we teach them how to develop their passion and ambition and how to take that and actually earn a living with that. It's a lot of fun to give back.
And I love the cover of the book. That's a great cover.
Thank you very much.
That's perfect.
You have a matching tie.
Yeah. Well, and I got a haircut too. You can see.
Well, so we're all friends now, right? We're all friends.
Yeah.
And you're going to invite us to your top secret laboratory.
You bet.
So if the two of us were to walk into your laboratory, what are you working on next? What can you tell us? Give us a scoop. Come on.
Well, we're working on something that has to do with classic wood boats and ice cream floats. and we're planning
That
on.
rhymes.
It's incredible. It's trademarked also, and we're taking it to. We're taking it
So
to,
don't use it because he'll sue you.
I think that was directed at us more than anybody else. I think so.
We're taking it to Disney World in Orlando.
Very nice.
We're very, very excited about it. We have 3 of the top products right now at Disney World in Orlando: Yak and Yeti, our Pan-Asian restaurant. We have T-Rex, and we have Rainforest Cafe, of course. So this will be the 4th concept that we've built down there.
And one last question. Gracie and Jack would shoot me if I didn't ask. Are there any plans to bring a T-Rex closer to home?
Come on,
Well,
Steven.
we're working on it. We're working. We've been talking to the Mall of America for a really long time, and with 45 million visitors a year, it would be the perfect
place.
Put it up on that 4th floor. There's nothing up. There's like Hooters
I'll
and
vote
then
on
Rick
it.
Bronson's. You'd be perfect right there. Right there. Put the T-Rex right there.
We're doing first floor.
First floor?
First
Okay.
floor.
Okay.
Go for it.
Stephen, thank you so much for joining
Thanks
us.
for having us.
As we mentioned once again, the name of the book is It's a Jungle in There. It's available October 5th. And Steve will be holding several book signings in early October. On October 6th from 11:30 to 1, he'll be at the IDS Crystal Court for an event benefiting the Smile Network. Then later that day, he'll be at the Barnes & Noble on Nicollet Mall.
I love that cover. I love
do
it.
too.
Stephen's like, no 4th floor. I shall be on the 1st floor. I love it.